Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, what's all going on?
So we have Frank Meister and Randy with me tonight again.
Yeah.
How is everybody doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Besides raining.
We're alive. It's all that matters.
Yep.
Um, I gotta say, we got a lot of freezing rain and rain
Oh, wow. Did
last
you lose any
night.
of your power?
No, thankfully.
Oh, good, good.
So, yeah. But it was thundering and lightning like big time here last night.
Well, it's supposed to be
made,
doing that here tonight.
made me jump several times. That's how loud it was.
It's supposed to be. It was in the 70s today, and it's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow.
Laura says, hello, Marvelous and Mark. Let's see. Lynn says, hello, everyone. Please remember to click the like button. Yep. Like, subscribe, share. All right. So I'm just going, delayed. I was having issues again. This is YouTube. What do you expect? Hi, Colette. Colette says, hi, Randy.
Hello, everyone.
Jill says, at Frank, hello. Sammy
Hello,
says,
everyone.
hi. Laura says, hello to all of us and the other good people here. That's right. Hi, Jill. How you doing? Loves dogs, books, and pizza. Love the name. Hi. Good to see you, Sean. I haven't seen you in the last couple lives. You believe in the power of love, so do I. Digital's back. Hi, Digital.
Hey, Digital.
Delphi coming on Channel 4 News Indie from Boston. Again, tonight they're going to be on?
Well, that's 2 days in a row.
I know.
Wow.
Every day above ground is a good day. Remember that. Yes, DMDJ, you are right.
Hey, thanks, Lynn.
Sandy, where's the new teenager? He's off doing teenager things. All right. Yeah, let us know what they say. So tonight we're going to talk about critical thinking, and we're going to go over some of the parts of the transcripts, and just put our thoughts on those parts, remembering to think critically. We don't have to read all of it because most of you have heard all of it already. So, So Randy, what does critical thinking mean to you?
Critical thinking is looking at all aspects of the case and evidence.
Okay, Frank Meister, what is it? What do you think?
Critical thinking is the intellectually disciplined process of actively and skillfully contextualizing, applying, analyzing, synchronizing, or evaluating information gathered from or generated by observation, experience, reflection, reasoning, or communication as a guide to belief and action.
Exactly. And I'm actually going to share my screen. Because that's exactly what he was reading there. And it says critical thinking is the intellectually disciplined process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and or evaluating information gathered from or generated by observation, experience, reflection, reasoning, or communication as a guide to belief and action. So we've been doing a lot with critical thinking in this process. We've been trying to do that, right, guys?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And it's important because there's certain steps that you want to take when you're doing critical thinking and research and everything, and make sure that you don't miss anything. And keep your mind open when you're looking at the data and listening to interviews, and try to put everything together in a way that's going to help you with your research or your case in this instance. So, where are we going to start tonight?
Well, where do you want to start? At the, let's see here.
I'm going to put this page on my other screen and I'm going to share it.
You want to start at the interview clips or the other questions?
You want me to read off the importance of law enforcement during the...
Well, I was going to share my screen because yeah, why don't you read that off?
Okay. The importance of law enforcement's interest in a house on North Country Club Road is clear. They are clear as to who their suspect is and from what house, time, and days that Anthony Schott's account was used by Wi-Fi account from this residence. If by some chance it's not IG, the suspect who used the Anthony Schott's account lives, visits, or is close enough to steal the Wi-Fi from that residence. It's powerful content without a doubt. The Wi-Fi owners, residents, families, relatives, visitors are under scrutiny. While there is a small chance it is not IG, there is no chance that Anthony Schatz did not use a Wi-Fi connection from the North Country Club Road residence.
Right.
And now we're going to go into certain parts of the transcript. It looks like start at page 165. And start up with line 11.
Hey, where did my 165 go?
Look for the interview clips.
Yeah, but we got to read off the and explain what it means.
All right, hang on 1 second. I thought I had my copy of all the pages up, and it turns out I did not.
Oh, let me see here.
I only have up to page 97, and that doesn't help me.
All right, we'll just go off the clips that we got.
Yeah, some of the orders on the questions are out, not with what we're looking at.
Here we go. Okay, so it was page 156, right?
No, 165.
165, yeah. I'm on 165.
Okay, Randy, you want to read 165?
Yeah.
Line 11.
Line 11, okay. The question is here, Country Club Road. Whose house is it? Indicates he is possible shown photos on line 11. So between the interview clip and what we're reading here on page 65, and the answer to this would be the Country Club Road. I have no clue. That's where my grandmother lives. I mean, my grandma lives on out by. So that was the answer that King give at that time. And of course, the officer was asking him, Country Club Road, whose house is that? So that's what he was given. That's where his grandmother lived.
Well, and the interesting thing is they say, whose house is that?
And he says he doesn't know whose house
He says,
that
I
is.
have no clue. So if he's shown a picture in that instance and they're asking whose house is that, he says, I have no clue.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to say, that's where my grandma lives.
Yeah. And then the next question 14, he says, Paw, whatever Paw is. And the answer is Paw Pike. Yeah, whatever that, I don't know what the heck that is. But the question 16, right, it wasn't there when the King answers Country Club Road and Paw Pike meet. So it must be a road.
A road that...
That's where his grandparents live, is on Paw Road, which is off of Country Club Road.
Okay. So it's a side street off of Country Club Road.
It kind of tees into it in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
So what it is on line 11, the detective is showing him a picture of a house on North Country Club Road, and Keegan is replying, I don't know whose house that belongs to. And then it goes down to line 18, and he said, well, the Wi-Fi source is coming from that house, connected with your phone, with searches, communications on days of murder.
But and I like that. Line 18 specifically, the detective says, I understand that, but you connected to a Wi-Fi source that was in that house.
Then his answer is, no, I did not. I'm telling you 1,000%, I didn't go anywhere besides blank my grandma's place.
Correct.
Right.
And then on the interview clip, and that's where the Wi-Fi source in that house is connected to a phone and text messaging, search, or communication on the day of the murder. So,
right.
Or going back.
So that house, whatever picture of the house that they showed, they're saying that your phone was connected to that Wi-Fi source in that house.
Mm-hmm.
And he's denying it, saying, I don't know whose house that is. Never been to that house.
I'm telling you 1,000%.
Right.
I didn't go anywhere besides blank and grandma's.
Right.
So he's telling the detectives, I've never been to that house.
And then question 21. So why would you or why did you tell investigators that you went there when you didn't answer it? Because he was like, well, where do you ever go? That's the only place I go.
To his grandma's house.
Yeah, his grandma's house.
But he's still saying that he doesn't know what that house is, and he's never been connected to the Wi-Fi to that house.
And of course,
so this is an example of us bringing out forth the cloning.
Correct.
Was his phone cloned, and did somebody else access the Wi-Fi from that house on North Country Club Road?
Well, this would be internet geek who has that opportunity to do that.
And then if you go to page 167, lines 2, 4, and 6, the detective keeps reiterating that the phone was in that house, being the IP address was used from that house to your phone.
What page are you on?
167.
Well, let me find 167 because I'm somewhere. 156. It skips for me, it skips 167. It's missing on my page. I'll go from 165 to 170. And let's see here. Yeah, it says, okay, well, line 2, 4, and 6, phone was in that house. Klein is saying evidence is pointing to whoever him is. So pretty much we have to go back to the clip interview. They're saying kind of like they're not going at, it's not his dad, but he knows who the person is.
They're referring to a third person.
Yeah.
As by using the word him.
Yeah. So that person,
they know it's not Keegan, they know it's not Tony, but there's a third person. They want to know who it is.
And this is where Internet Geek comes into play. Once
go ahead.
And it's just where he has met all the family, he knows everybody on that road, Country Club Road, pretty much. And he has his own business and be able to do anything without nobody seeing what he's doing behind the scenes.
And then in page 20 is where he refers to his friend was in the military. 170, line 23. And okay. IG was in the military.
Mm-hmm. And he never got arrested. He said I never think he ever got arrested. So that's on the next page. Question 1. I think he ever got arrested. So basically, DC asked what you mean when you said all this was pointing towards blank. Answer is like, do you see how I am on somebody's country, a county, wherever you say, Country Club Road, on someone's Wi-Fi? I've never been to anyone's house on Country Club Road ever, and I don't think even knowing where that is at out there. I just know that those roads meet or something in the county with Paw Paw Pike. Literally have no clue what, like, don't know anyone. I don't know anything about this whole case. Like, yeah, it looks terrible, but I promise you, like, I know you guys are looking for the person and it's not me. I know absolutely nothing. And I get the whole thing. It's like weird to me, but I swear he didn't know anything. So he's still saying that he doesn't know anything.
And then if you continue from one page 170 to page 171, it's just basically line 2 is confirming that the POI they're looking for was in the military and he had some type of relative or something living at that address on North Country Club Road. That house, which the detective keeps emphasizing, that house on North Country or Country Club Road.
Yep. And it says line 2 through 10. If this true statement support cloning phone theory, then yeah, that would be him. The internet geek guy. Now, page 181. Let's see if I got that. Let me find page 181 here. Where'd he go?
I'm trying to find a full. Here we go.
Or like in bits and pieces here on these sheets here. But on page 181, line 19, possible communication occurred before and after the murder from that house. These are the question ties to Anthony Schatz. After the murder, text or communication to the person. It's not clear if the person speaking to Anthony Schatz is referring to Libby is missing or murdered. So they're
Okay,
still
so
wondering.
let's go. Yeah, so let's go back up to 167 now that I have the full transcript.
I don't have 167. It did somehow. I don't have 167.
Okay, I've got it.
All right.
So lines 2, 4, and 6. Phone was in that house. So line 2 says, because that's what you were.
Where you were.
Well, here it says what you were.
Right.
Line 4, doing on your phone. At that time, you said you. And then 6 is said you were there. So are they trying to say that they're trying to say that the phone was at that house
Yes.
that they showed him a picture of?
Right.
Yeah.
And then line 14, all this pointing to him. Now, when we say him, we're going to put it in quotations.
We're referring to a third person.
Not
Yes.
Tony Klein.
Because we
All
already
this
explained.
pointing,
We
Yep.
already explained about Tony Klein when it came to the interviewer. He always referred to TK as dad when it came to Keegan.
Mm-hmm.
Never used him or anything like that. He always referred to his dad as dad.
right.
So that's saying there's a third person involved here.
Yep. And line 14, 15, and 16, and actually down a little bit makes sense, because why would they blank out Tony's name
Right.
in these? Why would they redact it? So line 14 says, all this pointing to him, like more and more. Like the more you keep saying, like, I'm like, if I'm not at my grandma and my grandpa's house, I'm not with my dad, I would be at blank, talking about him. Did I get effed up that day? I have no clue what I was doing. And then line 22, who was blank? And he says, the friend I went to school with. So, yeah. In line 14, we're saying that Klein is saying evidence is pointing to whoever him is.
Right.
And the only person who can be able to do this stuff is the internet geek who can be able to do all that.
Yeah.
Cover his tracks.
So now page 170,
we're back
line 23.
Hold on, let me get to page 170 here. Okay. I want to give.
Well, and I like 22 is the question. And blank never been arrested?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so. No, not that I know of. He went into the military. I don't think he ever got arrested.
Yeah. Then you got it says, DC, whatever you mean when you said all is pointing towards blank.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I already read half that stuff already.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's the next page?
170 to 171.
Yep.
I'll have to do the inner.
Line 2 confirming that POI is military.
That's Keegan confirming that.
Yep.
And he's tied to the North Country Club Road house.
Yep. That house that he was shown a picture of.
And then sports cloning phone theory there.
Right.
And then that ties into the possible communication occurred before or after the murders. This question ties into Anthony Schott's murder text or communication to a person, not clear if the person's speaking to Anthony Schott or referring to that Libby is missing. So pretty much that's what we're hearing. If Kelsey did send a message to Anthony Schott, that would be the message.
Yeah.
or would it be another person who typing on Libby's phone and be able to get into her phone and send a message back to Anthony Schatz? That will be another question on that one. And then, of course, 180, 182, line 20 continues on the next page.
Yeah, but 1 second.
Okay.
I think page 171 here, lines 2 through 10, what do you mean when you said all this was pointing towards blank? Like, do you see how I'm on someone's country, whatever you said, country club road on someone's Wi-Fi? So this is one part in the transcript where we're reading through this and he's talking about his grandma's on Paw Paw Pike. I literally have no clue. Like, I don't know anyone. He's denying. I don't know anything about that whole case, So this is an instance of an example of a clone phone.
Yes.
Right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a clone phone, yeah, especially. Now, if he doesn't know about the clone phone, and that'd be the other question, then their internet gate would know how to do that.
Right. But what we're saying is this could be a clone phone, and KK has no idea that it's cloned and being used.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's vehemently denying the fact that he's been at this house, he's connected to the Wi-Fi at this house, and stuff like that. So it's crazy. So, okay. Right. 181.
Yeah, some of the pages are missing. I can't find.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the screen. I've got it up there. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Okay. Yeah, some of the pages, it's like missing.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened on my other one. I'm like, where did some of these pages go? Okay. So, Randy, do you want to read line 19?
Sure. Okay, right before she died, and we have witness statements to talk to Anthony Schatz that said they were talking about meeting up, even at the point so far that she said Anthony Schatz told her when they said, "Oh my God, what happened? Hey, I was supposed to meet her, but she didn't show up." That evidence. Now, I don't think I ever said that.
Right. So this is a possible communication that occurred before and after the murders from connecting to the Wi-Fi of that house.
Mm-hmm. And they would have had to know when living in Abbey, they would have had to know at the time when they were leaving their grandparents' home to go to the trail. So this is where the internet geek comes in to play.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony, Keegan doesn't know nothing about it. And if he already took her off his list not to talk to her, block her, this is where somebody hacked into his internet system to still talk to her.
Cloned his phone.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not clear if the person speaking with Anthony is referring that Libby's missing or the murder has taken place.
But he would have to figure out some type of code to say the job is done in some way to somebody.
Well, wasn't there talk that Kelsey sent Anthony Schatz a message
asking if he had heard from Libby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has that been confirmed?
Don't know.
No, that
Well,
is rumor.
Because this is what I'm looking at. This is what this is referring to. Somebody had contacted the Anthony Shots account, and they're not saying who it is, and basically mentioning that, hey, Libby's missing.
I know that night they were messing everybody that Libby knew, and Abby that night. I know Anna was on her Facebook asking everybody, "Have you seen Libby and Abby? They're missing."
And friends were posting. I mean, it was going.
It was nuts that night.
It was going throughout the town like crazy.
Yeah.
But they're referring to somebody messaged on Anthony Shots account that
Right.
Libby is missing or had been murdered.
Yeah.
We don't know who that person is.
Right.
So between 3 different people answering people's texts, Becky, Kelsey, or Mike, or whoever was see if they saw the girls somewhere.
But it does not explain who messaged Anthony Shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or used Anthony Shots' account to send a message.
Okay, so we have a question.
Yeah.
Was TK dating a girl on that road?
I couldn't tell you if he was or not.
Yeah.
If he's making trips here and out in Las Vegas, his girlfriend could be out in Las Vegas.
I mean, you have to. Is she talking about that day prior to that? Because it doesn't make any difference if he was dating somebody on that road, because KK and TK have already said they were at TK's mother's house that day.
Right. The grandparents' house.
The grandparents' house.
Peepaw Road or whatever.
Right.
Okay, Digital says
Paw Pike. Paw Pike.
So Kelsey did text Anthony Shots then, right? Digital? You said Kelsey confirmed it?
Then that would have to be the communication they're talking about.
Yeah.
Somebody had messaged the Anthony Shots account to let them know, hey, basically Libby's missing. Have you talked to her? They didn't go. I'm sure they did put the whole conversation in there. So
yeah,
probably not. Yeah.
So somebody wants to know, how far can an internet connection travel?
Oh, there is. If it's like you travel on the highways and stuff, you can have.
Well, no, I think what they're talking about is, say I'm by that house, or I'm connected to the Wi-Fi at that house.
How far away?
How far away can I go before I disconnect?
You can be connected to any computer. It doesn't matter. You can be connected to any internet server and still be able to use their server. So Anthony Shots could be used on any other computer.
What they're asking is that they were logged into that IP address at that house and they left that house. How far can they go still using that IP address from that house until it cuts off?
They can. They can use it anywhere. Use that IP address. All they have to do is use the login information, and they can, like, if my computer, I go to the library, it's kind of like linked to the library type deal.
Let's put it this way. They're using the signal from that house.
Yes.
Right.
How strong is that signal carry? That's the question. Because I know that if I leave my apartment, and once I leave the apartment and about 50 yards down the road, I lose the signal from my Wi-Fi at my house.
But yeah, but you still can use the internet and still be linked to your internet.
No, it doesn't. it automatically goes to my phone data. Because once you get a certain distance from the signal that you're using, you lose that signal. Then your phone goes to the backup data plan.
So that's going to have to be something. I'm going to take that down as a takeaway for us to research. Because we all know that you can piggyback off of IPs, like Randy was saying, because people do it all the time. They're actually in another city, but they're using that IP address somehow with servers. So, but I don't know exactly how that works.
I was just explaining the way it works when I leave my house.
Right.
My Wi-Fi, my phone's connected to my house and my Wi-Fi in my house. Once I get a certain distance away from my house, my phone cannot use the signal from my house anymore.
Yeah. So Tracy B says, evening, everyone. There is another familiar name also on Country Club Road, maybe family, not IG. Can you give us a little bit more information on that, Tracy?
Yeah, because we got the list of every resident that lives on there, and none of them popped up.
Yeah, our detectives give us our list
of every person that lives on North Country Club Road.
Yeah. And Pal
So-
if the Internet Geek is the one who lives on there, and TK and his dad lives on that street. There's several people living on the street in businesses.
Mm-hmm. So was this on the day of the murders, right?
Well, it was, I would say they were catfish on the 13th when the girls disappeared. So if they were looking for the girls, that's when they would have talked to Anthony Schatz that night.
And you got to remember that if this is all right, they would have also talked the day before or that morning.
Yeah.
Because they were setting up a meeting.
Yeah. So the Internet Geek was there already. It's a question of what time he got there.
Right. So correct. You can park in front of my house and grab my internet if you have my password. Yes.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Judy says, I knew someone that was living in his car while attending college, and he would park near apartment buildings or even a shopping mall so that he could piggyback off the internet from that location.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But you still got to know the password.
All right. I just got the information about the home internet connection.
Okay.
So 150 feet indoors and 300 feet outdoors for the home internet connection.
Okay.
So we know there's no internet out there at all on that trail. So this person would have to have a good internet, good server type data to be able to text or call out there.
Yeah. Hey, Sleuth, how you doing?
Now, the other one was, hold on, let me get this. Now, there's another question here for Emily and 45. It says, okay, emoji laugh face, Emily and 45. Answer, that has to be blank. I'm telling you right now, that has to be blank. The officer's asking, did your dad live with you?
What page are you reading off of?
I have no idea what page this thing is. It doesn't say page. Look for
Okay.
Emily Ann. 45. Okay, look for OK emoji laugh face. Emily Ann 45. It's got two names redacted. It doesn't say what page it's on.
All right, hang on. So Digital says, where did Temlins live? Is that a name that we are aware of?
Well, let me look on the list. Where's that list? Well, where do you go? Temlin, he said.
Yeah.
Temlin. There's no Tamlin on that street.
On Country Club Road,
Yeah.
Timlin.
Yeah, there's none.
Nope.
Okay. So Christy says, so my question is, did the police not go interview everyone at that house where the phone supposedly was before they did this interview? We don't know who they interviewed and who they didn't.
Yeah.
You know, that's the bad part about this is we've got this interview here with Keegan or with KK, but we don't know. I would assume they did, but I don't know. Digital, if TK was at home using his phone and there was a clone phone active somewhere else, which one would ping? Would they both ping? How could you tell what was going on?
Well, you would probably would be the clone phone. That would go back to Anthony Schatz.
Because they were doing the messaging at that time.
Yeah, right.
If the Pentagon can be hacked into, why not cell phones? Yeah.
Cell phones always get hacked.
Get hacked, always.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like when you go to like Walmart, you find somebody hacked your credit card type deal.
Yes.
You swipe your card and then you watch where you type your numbers in. It'd still be like the same thing. Hack into your phone, hack into your account. Like mine, I went to Walmart in Lebanon, Indiana. Okay. Well, next day, somebody in Bentonville, Arkansas, was trying to use my PayPal, trying to spend some $250. And I called PayPal and says, "Well, how can I be in Bentonville, Arkansas? I'm here in Indiana." I woke up when I saw this. It's like, how can I do that? Like I didn't have no money on there.
Digital says if they showed him a picture of the house and he denied ever being at that house, it couldn't be a girlfriend. But he does lie. But he lies.
Yes, we do know he lies, but he was very adamant.
Yeah.
About not knowing whose house that is.
But he knows who it is and keeps on telling him. And they know it's not his dad. It's this third party him person. So this is where the internet geek comes in with a military background.
Operating system. Yeah.
Computers, phones, everything. And hack into Keegan's house, hack into his neighbor's house. So he can hack in pretty much anything. And he's already hacking into Becky and them already. If he's already at home, he's hacking to Becky's accounts. So he's taunting right now.
Yeah. Boston says if you turn your phone off, lay it next to you, and it comes back on, you know your phone is cloned.
Huh.
Interesting.
So back to that one.
Mike Patty, the night of the search, around 6:30 or 7, said Libby's phone was pinging all over town.
No, it wasn't.
Now, I mean, actually, that could make sense now, depending on where IG was. If he had cloned her phone, it could have been pinging at different towers.
Well, there's only 2 towers. Another question is, because when I had a phone, I couldn't call out of Delphi. I had a cell phone that I could not call out because even though there's towers there, I had a cell phone. I couldn't call my sister-in-law from Delphi. There's some phones don't work in Delphi. And
some carrier phones.
Yeah. So basically, if that phone couldn't call out, he couldn't call out or text anybody. But if he had a service like AT&T, those towers work for AT&T more than anything else. That pretty much was made for AT&T.
Okay.
And I believe it was a burner phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be traced.
Anna says, but to hook into someone else's Wi-Fi, you have to have signed into that service. I run my phone on Wi-Fi, 2 homes, 100 miles apart, but both systems have been added to my phone. Same with laptops. So that is a very good definition of how you could be on 2 different
pieces of equipment, but using the same server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
So he didn't necessarily have to be sitting outside the house.
No,
to use it.
There's people who has ways to. That's why they got certain Wi-Fi carrying boxes you can just put in your car,
or camper,
whatever, and you still can be able to use that without them sitting out in front of your house.
Right. Teresa says, at Randy, wasn't the other search warrant on Bicycle Club Road?
Yes, that was Weaver. And he went through the process through his house. That was the first house to be checked on the Delphi murders. He was
and somebody said, Mama said, unless they used a portable Wi-Fi connection like a Nighthawk, and that is another way that they can get into these.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where. With all this technology, people can go on in these people's internet back doors and get in there and you don't know. And like I said, you see those on Inside Editions. They did report that these hackers hacked into children's cameras and talk to them. It's like scare them. It's like
you hear about it all the time now with the cameras to monitor babies.
Yeah,
these people are hacking into those all the time, talking to the kids and whatever.
Oh yeah, especially in these technology world, they can hack in your car and freak you out, take over your car that you can't control. That's why they had all these places they get together and say, hey, I found a new way to hack into something else.
And they don't have to just use a phone to hack. They could use a phone, a laptop, anything.
They can use whatever.
Yep. So Tracy B says, can anyone confirm IG was married before current wife?
We don't know.
Yep.
I can check right now. Hold on.
Okay. Lakeside Justice says, I believe that an ex-employee of Chrysler, who is a friend of the dad's, named Travis T, lives on Country Club Road.
Well, let me see here. Where'd he go?
That's the Titus residence. I don't know who that is.
I can find it. Titus. Or it's not even on the list, is it? I don't see it.
I didn't see it on there either.
I didn't either.
So, yeah. Oh.
So Anna says KK is not acquainted with the truth. He seemed dissociative at times. For instance, had no idea about brother getting his head smashed in the toilet and said the guy who did it, Dad, should be hanged.
Yes.
I don't know if IG's married now, but he did go through a divorce in 2014.
Okay.
And 15. Into 15, I should say.
Trexler, yeah, Trexler is on here. Trexler. Trexler, that's what it is. Yes, he's on that list. So yeah, he's on there. Now with back to the Emily Ann 45. That the question was, did your dad live with you? And then the question is 1,000. That means. But the question, guys, answer King's the percent. His dad lived in Peru with him. Yeah, I mean 1,000%. I never said any of that. And then the state police says, but not with you guys, though. His answer is no, yeah. So it's kind of figuring out if Internet Geek hacked into that one too.
Yep.
Now here's the devices that DC said. Regardless of what you say there are two different authors. Of course, these messages, regardless of what you said, right? They're not both of you. They're both your devices. They mixed, but the phrase is different. It changes. It's not the same person. So we know we have multiple account logins, like Snapchat. We have two different account of people using Kick Messenger, talking to people from your residence. I mean, all 100% sure we know it. We know if that's for a fact. So remove yourself from the audible BS and trying to pick out every individual pieces to start to stack. Just keep stacking the phone. Your phone that you had, all your search history was deleted from 210 to 215. There's nothing in between. So now what's interesting about that is all these other phones have complete history and nothing is gone. And of course, you can say, okay. So he really doesn't know what happened to him.
Yeah. So I want to come back to this question. So if you guys can remember it, it says, tell me more about the bicycle road warrant. Lots of rumors. Tell us what is out there, please.
Bicycle Road is the road where Pizza Hut is. The road that goes by Pizza Hut goes to Weaver's house. He's an older gentleman. He was on the list of pedophiles. And nothing came out of it.
And Lollipop says, wasn't it the Maxwells that lived on Bicycle Road?
Yeah, Maxwell's and I think Weaver had some place out there too. But the Maxwells, that was another one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Weaver has a house out there somewhere. Hey, Grismatic, how you doing?
And then somebody just said John Weaver?
Yeah,
Question mark?
Yeah, John Weaver, yes.
Okay. So let's go to page 182, line 20. And then go to page 183, which is I have up here lines 1 through 6. So line 20, question. I didn't say that, but you did sure tell her then that you were supposed to meet her, and she didn't show up though, because that's evidence. That's true evidence, okay? So let's just focus on the 1 minute detail. That conversation that happened, that went back and forth, and again, I'll refresh your mind, where the girl contacted Anthony Schatz and said, "Did you hear what happened to Liberty?" And Anthony Schatz responded, "Oh my God, what happened?" And when she goes and tells him what happened, and then Anthony Schatz says, "Well, I was supposed to meet the girl, but she never showed up." So let's focus on that conversation of evidence we know is true, and it doesn't matter if you remember it or not.
I see that's the problem. He said he doesn't remember. She didn't
Right.
show up. So what time did he arrive and change? It's kind of like that's a lie.
Well, and I think one thing we want to point out with this part of the transcript is that either KK was so doped up he doesn't remember what he did, or he truly didn't have that conversation and the phone was cloned.
Yeah. Well, if he was
And
drugged up, he wouldn't be able to walk that damn bridge.
Yeah.
Again, this is where IG comes in. He was out there.
Yep.
Just by the line of questioning that LE's given him, they're basically telling him, we know it wasn't you. We know it wasn't your father. We want to know who the third person is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I know they said the neighbor's kid has access to the computer also. So are they talking to the same person? The internet geek? Since his dad was dating Shots' mother. How did IG get out there? Let me look up here. Hold
on. Chrissy says, it's really interesting to me that IG interjected himself into the crime if he really is guilty of it. Wonder if he was feeling guilty, then got cold feet when brought back in. From the research that we've done, it's more like he did it to taunt the police. Someone says he was the one who told the officer that the girls were found in the water. I'm not sure what.
That was Weaver.
Okay. Okay, yep. But, so, Frank Meister.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that other part. Why would he have interjected himself into the case? Because I don't think he has any feelings of guilt.
Fame. Wants his face out there.
Yeah, like they said, 15 minutes to prank. Yeah.
Attention. And we all know that he was playing a front, acting like a crazy idiot on a video. That was just part of a strategy to build a defense. I mean, the guy's already admitted he was out on the bridge on the 12th and the 13th. You know, and I listened to a interview with him. It's a non-video interview with him today from back on February 13th. I mean, he seemed like a laid-back guy, chill guy, but when certain questions were asked, he was on it. Like he had already had answers for every question you have about the Delphi murder. And there's one part that really got to me was right when the end of the interview, she asked him, since people are basically saying you're BG, what do you tell these people? He said, prove it.
Exactly.
Like he's taunting the police right there. Because he knows the police have already seen or heard the interview.
You see, right now, I'm looking at his work history. He stayed in the military to 2016 for 9 years. He went in 2007 and got out in 2016. Then manager for 6 years from 2009 to 2015. Then he worked at Subaru only for 2 years, 2015 to 2017. And right now, it's a correctional officer. Is 2018 in present.
And doing his side business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's hard to try to answer everybody's questions. We apologize. I see some of the comments in here. We'll try to do the best we can.
Am I missing Sandy? Oh, okay. How did IG get out there? Well, he drives past there every day to go to work.
Well, that's before this. So between working at Subaru Automotive and a manager, he only worked at 2 years at Subaru as special control associate. I mean, a lot of times I don't get that. Only worked 2 years.
I have a clue to where he might have parked.
If he had a motorcycle, it would be by the cemetery.
Digital says, don't the trails extend and go near Pizza Hut?
No. At Pizza Hut, there's totally different trails, okay? The one trail behind Pizza Hut goes out towards 25, the old State Road 25, and there's a little parking area over there by Deer Creek on that side. So you would have to go back through town to where there's a underpass in Pizza Hut parking lot. You go underneath the road, and then you take that path to Wabash Erie Canal Museum. Then you go to another trail that cuts through the town, but you have to walk up to a different trail to get out to the Freedom Bridge.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And Sammy Lee says, and it sounds to me like law enforcement thought it was TK. Guess now we know that's not who they were insinuating. Well, and when I first heard the transcripts read, I took it as they were talking about TK. Did TK have access to the phone? Did TK have access to this? But when you actually take and break down the lines and watch how the questions are phrased, you get your dad, and then you get him. Who's him? It's not, well, it can't be his dad, because every time they refer to his dad, it's your dad.
Yeah, your dad or dad.
And now they're saying him. So
insinuating a third person.
Yeah,
right.
So him would be Keegan's knew about Jillian Powell. So basically, Keegan does not want to say his name. It seems like.
Right.
And
Either that or he truly, really doesn't know.
yeah.
I mean, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, even though he shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Christy says that's some serial killer crap, taunting the police. Yep. A lot of killers insert themselves into the investigation.
And this is where they start messing up. That's why I said the killer. Once they start messing up, they really screwed up. So it took them 5 years to start messing up. And that's where, well, like the little girl who was missing in up north. And the guy is taunting the police, leaving notes everywhere. And then, of course, 30 years later, they finally found the killer. And you always find, the strange part, you always find him either working at Walmart or Sam's Club. I'm like, okay, what is this? Like, what is the deal with war?
So, Christy says that can't be right. His job history, how old? So how old is he?
He's
Do we
32.
know?
He's 32.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, he on this Jewel and Powell professional contact, he's got location Logan Sport, working at Indiana Department of Corrections. There is a prison jail up there.
And Christie's asking, wasn't in the military at the time? No, he got out up to a year prior to.
Yeah, he got out in 2016, just the year before the murders.
Yeah. And then KK is said to have brain damage from uncontrolled seizures. He can't remember anything. I'm not certain why they would allow to interrogate him without psych present.
Well, it's probably the drugs he took and fried his brain. That's the only reason he probably couldn't remember, because his brain's fried from doing all those drugs.
Christy says, I truly think KK thinks it's a different friend the police are talking about. I forgot the kid's name, but it's out there, not IG.
TK or KT, which is one of the Tituses.
Yeah, that's true, health inspector. How you doing? But it seems like it's all on that road. And if they talk to Tony's mom and saying, hey, she would be the one to witness, yes, they were here all that time during the murders, she'd be the one who'd be clarifying where they were, if they were at her place.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I listened to an interview from him just a couple months ago, and me and Randy and Marv are going to have to review it together and decide if we're going to use it to show the kind of mentality that IG has.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an answer for everything. It's like he's prepped himself for years.
Yeah.
On just about every question that is thrown at him.
It's kind of like the mob bosses. They always have answers to cover whatever the police says or ask them, type deal. They know everything, so pretty much they lie. Yes, they lie. But to me, it seems like he really thinks he can't remember if he did or not. It's like, that's brain damage type deal. Couldn't remember. But
Well, and the detective actually called him out on it and said, it's convenient that you can't remember some of this stuff, but then I ask you other questions and you're right on it and you remember it.
yeah,
So,
but he knows it's who he is and who has access to hack into their computers, their internet, their phones, and that's where the internet geek comes into.
I think the problem they're having is they know that a burner phone was used and they can't determine who had a burner phone.
Yeah. The only thing they can do is where the phone came from, where the phone was set up. And that's the only thing they can look for and go to that place.
well, you got to remember that. So, we've got a little information here on interviews because I see some talk in the chat here. So, interviews are conducted for many reasons, and they can be done to try to obtain a confession. They can be done to eliminate a person of interest. They can be done just to gain information from witnesses, stuff like that. But just because a person's been interviewed and police haven't done anything about it doesn't mean they're off the list of suspects. It's just that police are now going through that information and checking things and looking at different things, but it doesn't mean that person's been removed as a person of interest.
Oh, he
So
admitted in this interview back in February that he knows he's still being looked at.
right.
And that's why the inner geek, when Sleuth was trying to do the interview with them, and that's when the police came to his door and told him to shut down.
Hold on a second here. What's going on, Adjust Fate? Let me find it. Hold on, man. He asked a question somewhere, and
I just had it right here. Frank, did you see a video by an account named Carter vid titled Delphi Killer Hiding in Plain Sight?
I've watched so many. I don't know.
We'd have to go back and look at it because I agree. I've watched so many.
Yeah, Deb, I agree. I agree.
What did she say?
Yes, and she said having repetitive seizures can cause memory problems. And we do know that for a fact because we do know that he's got a condition.
Yeah.
Because he said he can't drive because of his seizures.
Yeah. I have epilepsy, so I can attest to that.
So yeah, if some things things they can remember, and some things they can't. So
it just depends on what side of the brain the seizures are affecting.
Yeah.
Okay, Adjusted Fate. We will take a look at that video and see if that's one that we've watched. Lollipop says, I can't find a YouTuber by the name of Carter.
Can you go back?
Adjusted Fate, can you send me
the link?
An email? Send me the actual video. You know, if you go to the bottom and hit share, it says you can copy the link. Send me the link to Marvelous Investigates, and I can put it on the Marvelous Investigates Facebook group page for everybody to see.
Man, Julian has, he's age 32, but Julian has 10 phones.
What?
Yeah, I'm looking at this phone numbers and then plus 10 phones. And then he's got email plus 4 emails.
Wow.
I don't. Well, you just went ahead and said his name.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody knows who it is. So, yeah, he's
Well, we might as well put it out there. Everybody knows his name. Everybody's done said it 1,000 times in the chats. Yes, we're talking about Julian Powell.
Yeah.
Yes.
It says here we found 16 phone numbers and emails addresses show his contacts. Peerless Network he goes through. What else?
And like I said, if you go to the company that he's either managing or running, and he's the only employee, and look at the photo that he used to represent his company, look at the resemblance. You can tell it's actual. It's a model picture. Guy dressed in a suit, got his head cocked to the side a little bit, with the same hairdo as Anthony Schatz, but he's got a little bitty beard.
So here's another thing I found. Used to live on Erie Avenue in Logansport, Indiana. From 2007 to 2013, he had a 3-bedroom bath home, his most recent address. And then on State Street in Logansport, he moved out of this 1,738 square feet duplex in 2012.
Hey, Randy and Frank Meister, can you handle this for a minute? I have to go to the ladies' room.
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
Okay.
And then he lived on High Street in Logansport for 1 year, 2012 to 2012. Departed his home in 2012, and then Cape Heart Avenue in Peru. He left his 2-bedroom and 1-bath home in 2012. So he moved pretty much everywhere. Let's see what else. He's got several email addresses.
Hold on, I'm looking up something here. Give me a second.
Okay.
There it is.
So phone numbers, 11 found phone numbers, 5 emails. He really can't stay in one spot, can he?
No, he's moving around a lot, but I'm trying to find the photo that I had of the company photo that he's using.
Oh, okay.
I know I got a picture of it. Just got to find it.
Let's see here.
There we go. Hold on. All right. Hopefully I can get this on the screen.
Okay.
I'll send it to her. Well, you won't be able to show it. I got to wait and have her put it up there. I got to share it to her.
Hey, Molly Pop. Hey, Diana, how you doing? Sorry, short term. Understand, Deb. Understand. Boston.
We're getting there, guys. I just wanted to show you the photo that he's using for his company. Hey, Marv, you got your mic on? I can't hear you.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
No, I don't have it on.
All right. I sent a picture of the Anthony Schatz and the profile picture for Julian Powell's company photo. Send it to your messenger. Can you pop that up on the screen?
Yep, just a minute.
Yeah, it was warm lollipop, but rain. I can't read.
Look at the name he uses, Julius, which is a Roman name. In American terms, it's Julian.
Yeah, Lex Julius.
Can you
And
blow
what
that?
I'm showing it right now, and what we're saying is, if you look at this picture, it resembles the model picture that Anthony Schatz used.
This is the new one, right?
Yeah, this is the photo he's using for his company. And he's going by Lex.
Totally different person than what he.
Yeah, and he's using Lex Julius as his name, and Julius is a Roman name. Well, it's been over evolution, or over the years, it's became Julian.
So basically, he's using Keegan Klein's information and it's going back to his computer and won't show up on him. And that's what he's doing.
So Laura says, Randy, I'm from Logansport. If you ever need some details there, his family name is known.
Oh, okay, cool. And we're going to hopefully in April or May, we'll go out there doing recreation underneath the bridge, and possible do recreation of where that 13th to see how they miss living in Abby's body on the 13th.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully we can do that. Or we can try to do that. That would be great because we can figure out. I know whoever live, they saw the bodies and they just didn't want to say anything. They would have been found on 13th.
Hey, Christy, Keegan Klein did admit to originally starting the Anthony Schatz account and use the pic. He admitted to that.
Now, what I see in these photos here from Gray Hughes, it says Delphi murder. Julian Powell takes 9 lie detector tests in 1 hour. I don't know if that's true or not.
So
there you go, Lollipop. I blew it up as much as I could. Hopefully that helps. So, who do you think picked the original Anthony Schatz pick? KK, then Julie copies some lookalike for his business. It could be, yeah.
Yes, that's what we think. Yeah.
See, the problem is Keenan and his dad does not come close to the voice of the killer. And
like I mentioned last night, from us being out there actually experiencing the terrain, the ravines, the hills, if Tony Klein had health issues back then like he does now, I'm sorry, but I'm 100% positive that TK could have not have done everything that they said that this person had done and got out of there in a timely manner. I just don't see it.
Yeah. Because they when they got back, they said they couldn't. It took all the strength to just get up on the hill, especially being muddy.
Oh, those hills were atrocious.
So, with being wet the day before, snow down there and muddy, yeah, it would be kind of hard to go up those hills without sliding right back down.
Yes. I can contest to that.
Her shoes were all totally muddy.
my shoes, my pants, my jacket. I told you I was going to get dirty, and I meant it.
Well, let's see here. Diane says JP doesn't sound like BG either. Well, we know that, but he would have help. This is why we're always saying the killer had help to get this done.
And Brian, no, they did not catch BG yet.
No. He's still out there.
Tell Lynn good night.
Good night, Lynn.
Good night, Lynn.
Have a good night.
So that's why we're always keep on saying he had help. I
like this question or this comment. IG did a fairly long interview with Sleuth a couple days before sitting for polygraph, but you have probably heard that. To me, IG looks different than his business pick. Exactly. That's what we're trying to say.
So.
And Chrissy says, if you ever watch Julian's videos, he changes his voice in a lot of them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the other part there. If he has to be able to change to Arabic talking or any other type of voice, he could do that to make take us off course on this case.
Yeah. And you have to remember that, and I have to remind myself all the time when I'm listening to the video of BG talking and walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than the first version they put out.
I've always said
because they tried to enhance it and everything, and that has thrown the voice off.
That's what I've been saying the whole time from my radio broadcasting experience and learning how to edit and dub tapes and stuff like that. I could tell that the audio was audited somehow.
Where is JP at right now? We don't know, but we know he's doing something stupid at this point, hacking into people's accounts.
And he even admitted on this interview that I listened to today that he is a keyboard warrior.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So when we all review this interview, I think we need to play it in a day or two, or give it a couple days.
Yeah. So Brian, one of the things we're keeping the story out there because Bridge Guy has to be caught. He has not been caught yet. We want him to be caught sooner than later.
We're basically trying to put pressure on the person we believe is either involved or responsible for what happened.
Yeah.
Yes. And this guy, Digital, I agree with you. Josh Paul is a sicko. You know, he killed his wife, then hacked up his two boys and blew up the house. He looks similar and has similar mannerisms, just saying.
But with his background, he's got the motive of doing to the girls.
He's got skills to pull out that kind of stuff off.
Let me check, Lollipop. No, I have not gotten it yet. And Sandy says, is he a correctional officer?
Yes.
Yes.
He is. I just read that. That's his last. This is his last job. He's been there since 2018. There.
Yes, Brian. That's who we're talking about.
So what other questions do you have for us, everyone? I mean, the past couple nights we've given you a lot of information. I just want to say, you know, as this being my channel, everyone is innocent until proven guilty
Mhm.
in a court of law. This is one of our POIs. We've told you that we have several of them. So everybody keeps asking, who are your POIs? Who are your POIs? Well, this is one. And between last night's video and tonight, now you know why we have him as one of our POIs. What do you mean, Brian? It's on Wayback Machine. Oh, wait. He had an account, Psychopathic Deviant, made on January 2017.
What? You got a link to that?
He's had many names.
Hey,
But Brian, if you can send us
to
a link, Marvelous Investigates, and I'll put it in the chat. Yes, any information that we receive and we do research on, we always send it to Ellie.
Yeah.
And tip it in.
Hey, Bruce.
There was a video made on it.
Yeah, send that link to us. That way we can look at it.
Adjusted Fate said at Marvelous, the Carter video has been removed. Well, thank you for looking for us. Okay, off topic. Digital wants to know, who is PB married to? Do you know that answer, Randy? I don't off the top of my head.
It's Becky Patty's daughter. But
hold on.
Don't know. All the people say something different. And I don't know, Becky's sister married to, or sister-in-law is married to, could be Becky Patty's sister-in-law.
He was, I think he was on Abby's side, a step uncle or step cousin or something.
Yeah, it's Libby. No, Libby.
I thought that was David Erskine's.
No, Libby. It's Libby, uncle or cousin. Because Becky said her sister-in-law's husband found the body.
I'm trying to find out who it is. I've seen it before. I just can't remember her name.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for people donations for that stone to put out there for the memorial.
What stone?
That the cardinal one.
Oh, okay. So I've got something to say about that, Randy. You put on your page. Let me see if I can get it. Because I have a story to go with that. That's why I am bringing this up.
Yeah, you told me about that. It's like, oh, that's kind of funny.
So let me get to Randy's page here and then bring it up.
I can't find who he's married to.
Here, let me see if I can find it.
He was married. I don't think he was ever married to Tara. Because he was much older. Tara was married to, what is his name?
Here we go.
Let's see.
So this is what Randy's talking about. It says, when cardinals appear, angels are near. Libby and Abby, February 2017. So when we were at the bridge on Sunday, my sister had hurt her foot, so she had to stay in the car. And it was funny because I got to turn this video off here. It was funny because she said that they had this cardinal that was near the car, around the car, and it kept dive bombing the car and actually hitting the car.
Oh my gosh.
And then it would go fly off and sit in the tree, and she'd get some really good pictures of it. And then all of a sudden this cardinal would come and dive bomb the car again. And she's like, what is going on?
So yeah, if that's what I want to get, so I just gotta get the donations to buy two of them. Put one by that first memorial where the parking is, and then put another one by ours back there, and that way people can see.
So we have a question from Digital. Did DE live in the same house as Abby at the time of the murders?
Who's DE?
Do you mean DG?
Pretty much the whole family lived in there. Mike and Derek lived down in the basement. That's where he lived at. Do you have another way to donate? I don't have a Cash App, or can I send it to it? I don't have a PO box. You write down my email address so I can take it off, okay? So I really don't want people using it.
See, and a lot of people have the link to Cardinals in the same way that a lot of people have that link to Cardinals and loved ones that have passed. My family has that link with the butterfly. So that's why in the beginning of the intro, you're always seeing the butterfly. So Diane says, so that's why I'm confused as to why he's being brought up again. Did I miss something?
I mean, if you have any change left from the flowers money I give you, please apply that to the card. Okay, cool. I will. So yeah, there were. I was out there by the bridge. There were cardinals out there by the bridge with me, too. So, that means the girls were out there when I was out there.
Yeah, and just let me say again, yes, this individual has been interviewed by law enforcement. They have done a polygraph test. Just because that was done and nothing has been done to this individual does not mean that he's off the person of interest list.
But I'm going to add this in to say a little birdie put in my ear that if you think about the day he had to go get the polygraph test done, what day was that?
Oh,
the anniversary, the 5th year anniversary. And the birdie told me also they only do that for special guests, which he's basically saying that they're a person of interest they're bringing in on the 5th anniversary for a polygraph.
And what apparently, if it's true or not, Greg said he took 9 polygraphs in 1 hour.
Diane, did you have a chance to watch the live from last night? There's a lot of new information. And Adjusted Fate said he's always been relevant. Yep. Health inspector, what do you mean? Maybe him laying on bed, looking up, wearing mask. Libby loved butterflies.
Oh,
Yep.
I know his wife's name.
Okay.
Her name's Kim. That's her name, Kim.
Oh, did Erskines live in the same house as Abby,
No,
Anna's brother? No, they.
they lived in their own home.
Was he in the search?
Yes, he was. Pretty much everybody started coming out. When they called all the family, they all came out and searched. Right away was Kelsey, and Cody was already there helping, looking for the girls.
You make a good point, Diane. Just because it shows that we don't know for sure, but his polygraph is inconclusive, doesn't mean he failed. It either means he failed or he didn't fail. We just don't know. It could be either one.
Especially doing 9 polygraphs, then it
So if it was inconclusive, and if I was the chief and his polygraph came back inconclusive, I'd still be on him like a hawk until the day they clear him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally clear him.
Yes, Brian, we were aware that his father was in a relationship. We just didn't have the name.
Yeah, it's the
she
shot.
She was on an interview with one of the news channels here.
Yeah.
And he knows people in Peru, yes.
Yeah. See, nobody knows there's no list of people of who was in the original search party.
They have a list. They had a whole list of names when they came in and who was in what group.
The second day, right?
Yeah.
Where they were at the city hall, whatever it was, everybody gathered
It was
in
in
there.
the old fire department.
Yeah.
The video of him was said he made by the Mears barn.
Yeah.
What?
Which Mears barn? No.
There's video of him. It was said he made it by the Mears barn. Yeah, which Mears barn?
There's a barn right across from Ron Logan's house before the new one was built.
Digital says, thank you. Been trying to find that out for months.
Well, there was that shack right there by the entrance at the 300 gate, the old rundown little shack that was right there by the old farm equipment.
Well, there were 2 of them, and it was all raggedy, and
yeah,
you can see through them. And the killer wouldn't kept the girls there; it'd be awfully stupid. And him standing there right there,
and not to mention that there's an empty field right there, an old cornfield.
Yeah.
Yep.
You would have definitely been seen running through that to get to that little shack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Brian, Teresa's right. Only the mods and myself can post links. So, if you email it to the address down here that's circulating, then I can put it on here.
Does anybody want my PayPal if they want donations to get that little stone?
Was he at search party? I don't
know.
That we don't know if he was or not.
It would be in the list of all these names that was written down, because when I went there was names on the table that Anna had.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole bunch of them. All the searches.
And then Brian says, yeah, he posted pics at the Monon High Bridge in the dark. He was trolling.
I wouldn't be walking that bridge in the dark with all the big gaps. Oh yes. Let me get my PayPal. Hold on.
So Christy says, yes, he did make a video at the barn by the crime scene. If anybody has access to that video, please email it to me.
He'd probably be standing at the old barn, not the new barn.
Yeah.
And I know who put the flowers in there.
Hi, V. How are you doing?
There's my PayPal if anybody wants to put some donation to get that little stone.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce.
So just a little reminder, if you like the content of this channel, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, share the videos out with your Facebook groups, friends, anybody who would be interested.
Going on 2 hours, guys.
Wow, that went quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Brian says, but I have thousands on him. Send it my way to my email. I like to look at all that information.
Send.
So-
Let me go. Tell me if I can't send him to private, can I? Let me click on him real quick.
1 second, I'm getting.
Where'd he go?
Oh, okay.
Hey Brian, I'm gonna put my email at the bottom of the screen or on the chat here, dude. So send that stuff to my email also, if you don't mind, please, sir.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen once this comes up.
Hey Brian, acknowledge you got my email, buddy, so I can erase it.
Yeah, I'll erase mine. Everyone got my email? Because I want to erase it so nobody else find it.
So what site is this on, Brian? The Psychopathic Deviant. Because I can't tell.
What in the world?
Yeah.
What?
What is that?
There you go. It's coming in clearer. Psychopathic Deviance.
This was a deleted WordPress Gravatar website. Huh.
That's interesting.
Hey Brian, stop typing for a minute. Or did you get my email, bro?
And then you said there's another picture, but this is all I got. Oh, wait.
I know, Kathy.
Do I hit next? No. That is something else. Okay. At Marvelous, Carter video coming at you. All right.
Oh, what?
Apparently Adjusted Fate found the
Missing
Carter
video.
video. Please look up Julian Paul on Facebook. Creepy laying on bed wearing face mask.
I did look him up and I didn't find it.
Yeah, I seen it when I was looking him up. He's wearing a blue mask over his face. He's laying on a pillow. Let me go find it. Hold on. All right. See if I can copy it and I'll send it to you.
So somebody said Travis Trexler lives on Country Club Road. I got that in my DMs.
Who?
Travis Trexler.
Travis.
Okay, let's.
How do you spell it?
Jennifer and Shane, I sent it to you. The photo.
Oh, that picture.
Yeah.
Trexler, that's what it is.
Steve, how are you doing tonight? We're doing good.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Teresa says, I hate masks. They creep me out. Brian says, remember the pic with JP and the Navy windbreaker? Yes, I do remember that.
And it's not here anymore. He has no pictures anymore on his Facebook page. He just has that photo right there. That's it.
Huh.
No videos or anything.
But he's still got videos on YouTube.
Yes, there are videos of him on YouTube. You can find them.
I've watched a couple of them already.
Yeah.
And there's that podcast that we would listen to. I'll put that on the Marvelous Investigates group Facebook page for everybody to be able to listen to.
Are you talking about the interview?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a video on TCI too, yes. Yeah, Brian, send me more videos, more pictures. That would be great. Hi, Vid Inquiries. Thanks for popping in. Brian says people might get mad at you guys for bringing him up again, though. We can handle it. It's okay. Just going back to make sure. Randy, did you see this one? It says, can anyone send money to you, Randy?
Yeah,
Yes.
Put up PayPal. I can't. Here, I'll redo it again. Yeah, I don't have any of those others. There you go.
Yep, there you go.
It's up there.
Happy birthday, Art! I'm so glad I got to see you guys at the walk. Marvelous. Please play the Carter video. Okay, let me see if I got it. It's saying couldn't preview file. There was a problem playing this video. Hang on. I'm trying something else here. All right, I'm going to share this.
The unidentified subject is white and in his late 20s. He's someone you wouldn't notice at first. He's someone who'd blend into any crowd. The violent nature of the crime suggests a previous criminal record. Petty crimes, maybe auto theft. We've classified him as an organized killer. Careful, psychopathic as opposed to psychotic. He follows the news, has good hygiene, he's smart. Because he's smart, the only physical evidence you'll find is what he wants you to find.
I don't know how to say this in any nicer way, but I'll slit your fucking throat and watch you bleed out. I'll drink your fucking blood. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, you little intimate subordinate motherfucker. It's not even fucking funny anymore. Not even, I will gut you like a fucking pig. See, I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay calm, but I will fucking dangle you by your goddamn intestines, you little fucking insubordinate bitch.
Okay. I think that's a good enough preview. Yikes. Okay, so we all know he's violent.
Hey, Steve, are you still there?
Ooh.
If you are, what did you think of that?
It's just unbelievable. If he lied at the polygraph 9 times, then and let him go, and we know he's hacked into Becky's account, that will be the only person we know how to do that. And hacked in.
Yeah, he's the only one that we know that could do the hacking into. I mean, Libby's Twitter account is now suspended, thank goodness. So none of that can be put on there anymore. And
it was a shocker when Becky shocked when saw that on that account.
Yeah, and Becky's been hacked. Kelsey's been hacked. And
who else has been hacked? He's been watching. If he has a way to control these people's phones, hacking their phones, and turn on the cameras, then he's a peeping Tom too.
Adjusted Fate, I want to look at the videos and stuff a little bit more. That language was pretty intense, and I don't want to get stricken by YouTube. Somebody said 2 women in Delphi got hacked, friends with Becky Patty.
2 other people has. So the killer is messing up at this point. And like I said, the killers always mess up somehow later down the road. That's their mistake. They keep on taunting the police. He's already made mistakes. Showing that already.
It's not all like that. So if I finish if I finish showing it, it's not going to be swearing like that.
Skip the swearing part.
Okay. Hang on.
Lollipop, that was Julian Powell in the video.
Yeah.
All right.
Indeed. Yeah, skip the swearing part.
I'll try.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's interesting.
What happened? Oh, no volume?
No, the picture. Go back to the picture.
Yeah, hang on.
Right here, right there.
That's his knee.
Go back.
Yeah, how he lifts his knee up, his leg up.
Well, and this morning, and I guess I just thought this was a big wrinkle right here.
Yeah, but he has got something in his pants.
He's got something in his pants there.
Yeah.
Change of clothes underneath.
Something.
Because it's not showing it here his other pants, but yeah, he's got something. He was hiding mostly everything underneath the jacket and the pants. That's why he's got his right hand in his pocket, probably holding on to it, whatever it is. He probably put a hole in his pants.
All right, let's see. I'm going to pause it here. I don't know. It's hard.
How the fuck is anybody supposed to do anything in this world when everybody that's got all the fucking money has everyone enslaved in the fucking factories? How the fuck are people in this fucking world?
Okay, don't show it anymore if he's cussing up and down.
Now he's just walking.
Fucking stupid.
Ow! Okay.
Turn it off.
I did.
Don't get your body in trouble.
I gotta wait till I can do a membership channel and put that stuff on there. Okay.
You can edit that.
I know. Steve says, yes, he seems to be rather intense. Yeah.
He's put on the front right now, guys.
Mm-hmm. I would send him to the Ukraine. Like, here, you fight for him.
Well, that's the reason why he had to go into the military, is the prosecutor gave him an ultimatum.
Yeah.
When he was 17 years old.
Sandy, I did give Becky some information that hopefully she can pass on to the police so they can try to figure out who's doing the hacking. Lollipop, we have no idea who he's talking to. Let's see here.
Lauren says, can we go back to where he was standing by the sign?
By a sign?
Yeah, he was standing in that video. She said there's a sign behind him in the back.
Oh, yep.
If there's buildings, I can probably know where he's at. It looks like R for sale. It's for sale.
Yeah, it says for sale.
It's for sale. If there's that, can't tell the building, but it's for sale. It has to be in Peru, where he is. That has to be in Peru.
For lease. That's what it said. For lease.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's a Burger King sign, it looks like.
That's a Burger King sign.
Well, either there's
No.
there's a Burger King in Logansport. I know exactly where that one would be, but if be able to, there's a shopping center. He would have been, if that was a Burger King in Logansport, then he would have been in Logansport. If that sign says for lease and had kept the name up, I can be able to tell you where it was.
Somebody just has to be still living in Peru. Hold on, I'm about to find out. I'll be able to tell you now. Yes, the most updated address was in Peru.
Hmm.
Hey man, he's got so many phone numbers.
That's what he said. He's got
2, 4,
11,
6, 8, 10,
11.
12, 13 phone numbers.
Wow.
And 4 or 5 emails.
Oh shit. 2, 4, 6 emails. Look
That
up
would be
Carl Kreitzman. He's using that as a email address.
so. That would be suspicious. Why would he have all those phone numbers and emails? That'd be more suspicious. And making fake names to cover his identity.
Carl Kreitzman.
So, Brian, if you go back and watch last night's video, you will see how he knows, he could possibly know the Kleins or knows the Kleins.
Yeah.
Carl Kreitzman.
And since his dad dated the Shots lady next door.
Yeah, right. Oh, Laura says it looks like, she's not sure, but it looks like the now closed Haps Burgers on Logansport West Side near
I
the
know where that is.
correctional facility.
I know where that is.
Okay.
Yep. It's on Main. It's on 24 that goes through there.
I wonder why he's using that Carl Kreitzman.
And yes, JP was in the military. Snowwalker, you can't do links, but you can email me the link and I can put it on here.
Yeah, Brian, he was trained as an MP in the military, plus trained as a military soldier. So,
Yeah. And I always said this person has to be in the military in order to do what he had to do.
Yep.
And
I mean, just by that video we just watched, it's obvious he's got the rage to pull something off like that.
oh yeah, you pissed him off or something. That's what he did. It's like you pissed him off. So whatever Libby or Abby did that night, that day, it must have pissed him off. And Libby had her phone recording things before the event, then we would know what was the reason he got pissed, kind of mad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going on 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yep. So we are going to end things for tonight. If you have anything, any videos, pictures to send me, email them to me. Here's my email address, and we'll look through them, and I'll figure out what I can share and everything, and look at YouTube's guidelines for creators a little bit more, so I know what I can put on here and what I can't put on here.
Yeah.
And then we'll be going live again, probably in a couple days.
All right, guys.
So Randy, Frank, Meister, thank you for joining me again tonight. Can't wait
No
till
problem.
the next time.
All right, guys.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Peace. One love.
Hope everybody has a great day tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.